Hey, welcome to Rust Revival Garage. Back at this Pontiac LeMans, 1968. It's been sitting since 2000. I want to see if I can actually get this car to drive. I need to test the transmission to see if it will shift into reverse and drive. And if it does, I might take a chance on these ancient tires and see if I can get this thing to just cruise around my neighborhood a little bit. So, first thing I need to do is see if I can get it to start back up again. The timing is very questionable, but hopefully it'll start for me. And then if it starts, I'll check to see if it goes into gear. And if it goes into gear, I'll see if my brakes work. If it does stop, the car. So let's get to it. But first, I got to go over to Clayton's house. My neighbor, who is also a car guy, he is going to be pretty much starting an LS engine for the first time on his home built stand. So we're going to go check that out. But I got to get him his fire extinguisher back because I borrowed that for the will it start when we got this one going again, just in case there was a fire. Holy cow! You brought the baby.
I brought two very important things.
Fire extinguisher and the baby. Yeah,
exactly. Two things that mix really well. A fire extinguisher and a baby.
So yeah, this LS, I believe he got it off Facebook Marketplace, a couple $100. I don't know how much of a rebuild he's done on it, but I do know he pretty much had everything apart. I know he said he redid the heads, and so this is kind of a rebuild, but I don't know if it's a full rebuild. I know he's been doing a lot of work on it for a while now.
I got some work to do for a little bit, but
that's cool.
She's looking good.
It does. It looks really good. And this is just basically a Chevy engine stand.
Yeah, Chevy 350 engine stand, and I put adapter plates on it.
Gotcha. And all the wiring too.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's looking a lot better than when I first saw it.
Okay. That done.
202 sensors. Yeah.
Yeah. It normally has 4, 2 upstream, 2 downstream.
Yeah.
But when they do the programming, they delete the downstream ones off the computer, so you just have the upstream ones.
Yeah. Is this an accelerator pedal?
Yep.
That is awesome.
So we can rev it up right here.
Right. Yeah. That is cool. Then does the fuel line have to be pressurized?
60 pounds.
Okay,
yeah.
So it does, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you have a regulator here and a gauge.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's turn this motor around so it's the exhaust.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay, I don't want to pull on it.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
I'm sure the neighbors will love it too, just because it's going to be nice and loud without mufflers.
It's got mufflers.
Well, my favorite kind of mufflers, but
glass packs.
Yeah, technically mufflers.
Not much of mufflers.
And this is the car it's going into. 68 Nova, right?
Yeah, 68 Nova.
And this will eventually be its new home. Got a little primer on your glass.
Yeah, so funny story behind that. So I had a fire in the dash, and the windshield shattered from the fire.
Oh yeah.
So I was welding. I
Not This dash looks all right.
Yeah, so I was welding down under there.
Yeah.
And see where it cracked right there? Oh, so I was welding down under there, and the insulation caught fire.
Okay.
And luckily, I had a water bottle near me, and I squirted it out, but the fire broke the windshield before I would.
The heat got to it, yeah. Those are some meaty tires. Gee, it's like literally 3 tires glued together. And what is your plan with this? Same rear end, these tires, that engine?
So rear end being rebuilt right now at the shop.
Okay.
These tires will not go on it. I mocked it up with these originally, but I'm putting low profiles on it.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not setting this up to be a race car?
It was going to be a pro street car, but no, it's mostly going to be a street car.
Okay. I can stand over here by the fire extinguisher.
Didn't sound like it did anything.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
Battery charged up?
I charge it for an hour.
Gotcha.
So we'll see. Let's see. What's that say?
1294.
Cool. Good.
So you are good.
Fuel is on there. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug in my fuel line, or the air to my fuel line.
It's leaking. It's leaking.
Yep, awesome. I should have just went with that. There we go. Cool. Well, it may not start this thing. May want this gas to. We're good.
No leak.
Yep. Okay. All right. Where did that? Aha.
Yeah, the one that's all covered in fuel now.
Yeah. Hanging by the exhaust.
Let's give it a little spark.
Let's see, 89. Right there. So, in order to shut the motor down, we're gonna have to pull this off of the hot. But that's ignition on, and it didn't sound like it did anything.
No, I don't hear anything.
Well, yeah, it's not hot.
Gotcha.
So that might be the wrong ignition wire.
Okay, so he had some electrical gremlins to work out, but see, that's why I don't like LS engines. No, I think it's just a couple of tweaks away from being able to get that thing started up, but just kind of wanted to check on it. Did get to hear it turn over a little bit, which is kind of cool. So hopefully I can give you an update on that. Take two. He's got a solution, he says. All right, so what's the solution?
So I believe it's this pin. Might have to look again. But this pin feeds, these pins feed the 12 volt source for everything. So once I hook that up to this connector right here, which goes to the battery, we should have 12 volts on the fuse block, and then ignition will be hot when we put it to battery.
Cool. So. I forgot to ask you, this isn't a full rebuild. You didn't do everything.
No. So motor had blown head gaskets, and there was slight pitting in one of the cylinders. I asked around whether or not if I could run it or not, or if I need to have it honed. Got a lot of mixed feelings, both directions. People said yes, machine it out, hone it out. Other people said depends what you want to use it for. I'm only going to use this motor temporarily while I build my other one, and it should last a long time. There may be slightly less compression in that cylinder. I've seen these motors run with dead cylinders for a long time and be fine. Obviously lacking power, but
you did rebuild the heads.
Yeah, rebuild the heads. All I did is valve job, put new seals in there, and did that.
Cool.
So,
okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Up here, out of the way. All right. So there's fuel.
No leaks.
Ignition, which does not sound like it's even on. And then starter. Nothing. So what do we got? Fuel off.
All right, ground issue solved. I think we are ready to start up.
Okay. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Olivia.
You covered your face.
Your headphones. Your headphones went down. There you go. How's that? There you go. There you go. There, can we start it now? Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe?
This isn't hanging up though. Did you need that?
Nope.
Doesn't matter.
We're good.
All right.
So now, throttle works.
Nice.
Yep.
That does sound really good.
Yep. Doesn't sound too bad.
Nope, not at all. Congrats, man. That's very cool.
Thank you. Yep.
Next steps are...
Put some water in it and put it in the car.
There you go. Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for letting me check it out.
No problem.
Very cool.
Let's give it a try.
Battery needs a little charge. All right, let's try it again. Let's crank up the battery juice to full start. Alright, not too bad. I think that choke is my problem right now. Timing must be back out of whack again. Try it again. Check to see if my alternator is charging. About 12.2. I have a feeling that alternator is not charging up the battery. I checked the transmission fluid. Definitely use a little bit of transmission fluid. Let's see if we can get a little bit of transmission fluid in her. Maybe just a little low. Just gonna add a little bit. And of course that doesn't fit. And hopefully I can do this without spilling it everywhere. Oh, there is no easy way. And a little more. Pretty much at the line cold. And I know you're supposed to check it while it's running. When I checked it while it was running, it was basically gone. So I have a feeling there's just a little bit that's needed. I don't want to add a whole ton, add too much. So I think that should be fine. I'm going to check and see if I can shift it into reverse and into drive. driving for the first time under its own power in 23 years. All right, here we go. She is driving, and the brakes, not great. I definitely need to tighten these up, but does stop, which is what I wanted. Got good temperature. Of course, the oil pressure gauge is not hooked up. Yeah, brakes are pretty much almost to the floor. It's a pretty slow shift. But that just means I have some more work to do. But it does stop the vehicle. Windows are a little dusty. Bit of smoke coming out. And these are really old tires, so I'm not going to trust it too much more. But yay! Well, I actually thought this video might be a lot longer. I thought I'd actually have to work to get it back into time again, because I know that the timing is really off on this. But it drove. Again, it's been a long time since she and I have been on the road together. And I thought I blew a head gasket. White smoke was billowing out of the back of it. I drove it down the road and pulled it straight into the garage and parked it, and have not driven it until today. You know, and I think that was in 2000. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm still got a ton of work to do. As I was pulling it back in and getting it back in the garage, started getting a little hot. Jumped up to almost 220, a little bit over 220, and so that means that there may be just maybe the radiator cap's not releasing the pressure. Maybe I need to burp it a little bit. Might need to add a little bit. Anyway, there's some coolant things I need to work out. I do need to get some more transmission fluid in there. It was about, I'd say, a quart low, I think. But yeah, that means that you know, it's still shifted. It still went into first. I didn't really get out of first. I drove it around the neighborhood, quick run around the neighborhood, and it was fine. It forward reverse. I was able to back it back into the garage on its own, under its own power. And yeah, I can't tell you how excited and happy I am about that. That's really cool. So yeah, short video, but when it comes down to the question, will it drive? She will drive. She has driven. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Like, comment, subscribe, keep following for more updates on this Pontiac. And remember, guys and girls, if I can do this, anybody can. I'm not a mechanic. I'm still learning. A lot of this stuff is brand new for me. So get out there and tackle your own projects. Don't be afraid to start it up, because I did it and I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, thanks very much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.